So we hope that that previous little bit did not provide too much anxiety for you in being concerned about how we will provide social and emotional learning in the secondary classroom for junior high and high school. We've got some slides here that should make you more comfortable with engaging in that process. For starters, if you go into Curriculum Central for secondary, you will now find that we have added a social and emotional learning tab. That is new for this school year. So within that, if you click on that social and emotional learning tab, what you're going to find is we have included some resources for you. For starters, signature SEL practices resources. You'll see we have folders for welcoming and inclusion activities, engaging strategies, and optimistic closure. You'll also find a playbook here on the social and emotional learning signature practices. And that is a great resource because it has multiple activities and it also has a lot of explanations on signature SEL practices, how you might use them, all kinds of information. And we've got those activities broken up into these specific practice folders. And you'll also find as you're going through there that we are adding on a regular basis additional activities and resources. Um, so what we really want to do is make it easy for you to be implementing signature SEL practices, not only in the traditional classroom, but in the remote learning environment that we are currently finding ourselves in. So please take some time to go through that. And then you're also going to see when you go into Curriculum Central that we have additional resources. These additional resources include, there's a folder for activities for adults, which we are currently putting information in. And those are activities to grow your own SEL. We want to make sure that our adult staff are growing our skills and competencies in social and emotional learning because that's how we're going to be more effective in helping our students to grow their competencies in self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, relationship skills, responsible decision making, and in I think I missed one. I think I missed social awareness and relationship skills. There we go. So you'll also find in here a document that tells you how to access library resources for SEL. That's a great resource. Our librarians, our media specialists, they have put together resources, made it really easy. You will find some supportive materials in there. We've got a document here called SEL Competencies, which we'll preview here in a moment, and SEL Year at a Glance to help guide you in understanding what it is that you want to focus on while we're implementing these signature SEL practices for the school year. And then you're going to see a video resource catalog. That has some activities that specifically and very directly are aligned to supporting the 5 competencies that we've discussed. So let's go on to the scope and sequence. Give you a preview here. So as I mentioned, that is in this Curriculum Central. And what this document does is it, number one, it tells you what the expectations are, and that is for us at the secondary level, for all teachers to, on a weekly basis, provide at least one welcoming and inclusion activity in the classroom, at least one engaging SEL strategy, and at least one related optimistic closure. So one of each in each classroom per week is what we're asking. Um, and we're going to talk more about those signature practices here in this course in a little bit. So the other thing you'll see is when you're trying to determine what activity you're going to do is you want to find an activity that supports the unit for the 6-week period. And as you can see, we have each of the first 5-6 weeks with a different SEL competency there as the unit. And then you'll see for every week, we've got a topic that we recommend that you focus on so that you are growing. So, for example, the self awareness for our students, you want them to grow in that competency by focusing on activities that support the learning of emotional awareness in week 2. In week 3, that support the learning of accurate self perception and recognizing strengths. In week 4, awareness of external supports, etc. And you see, we've got a topic for every week or through for the whole school year. That will help you determine what activities you want to select. Now, many of you attended SEL professional learning last school year to help grow your skills in this area, but not everybody has. So we provided this document both in this Canvas course and on the resources in Curriculum Central. And this is, of course, it shows our 5 competencies here: self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, relationship skills, and responsible decision making. And it's got the definitions of those. This you'll find that as you look at this, it's not real complicated to be able to know what it is that we're focusing on. But we wanted to make sure that this resource is in there and available for you to help you as you help grow our students in their social and emotional learning competencies this coming school year.